Hey, what's up, y'all? And we're back with another preview and prediction videos. Today we're going to do the Miami Hurricanes. I do have a Miami man, Slim Shady Canes, is with me to talk some Miami football.
Thanks for having me, Mr. Tube.
Yep. So anyway, this will talk about last year first. Yep, last year y'all went 7-5, which that was an improvement from 5-7 uh, in Mario's first year. So
Yeah,
anyway,
it's also an improvement just in overall statistics. I mean, their offense, overall offense and defense both jumped about 40 spots in the rankings, which you can't ask for much better than that.
nope. Yeah, let's share the screen. There we go. So yeah, it did start out 4-0. Yep. And of course, you had the infamous uh game where y'all didn't take a knee, and y'all ended up running the ball and fumbling because Mario Cristobal never takes a knee at the end of a game. So
Well, that also started Tyler Van Dyke's streak of what was it, 11 interceptions in 4 games.
wow,
Yeah, that
dang.
didn't help our cause very much either.
And then y'all lost North Carolina, but then y'all got two wins right here at Clemson and Virginia in overtime. You remember when that Clemson game? That was the one where Cade Klubnik went rogue.
Well, and according to some fans, Clemson fans, that wasn't the first time. I've heard contradicting stories that he had gone rogue in the Florida State game too, and some others.
And then y'all lost three of your last four games. But I mean, they were all to good teams though. NC State, Florida State, Louisville. Those were all good teams. So
Yeah, and we were in all those games too.
yeah, that's right. Yeah, except for NC State. Yeah, 20-6. But
Yeah.
yeah, but the others were by one score. So
Well, and even the NC State game, they pulled away late at the end,
yep, yep. And then
and
you
then of
beat
course
Boston
yeah, and then of course we lost the bowl game to Rutgers, which
Rutgers.
a lot of people just want to point and say Rutgers. I actually called that before it happened because if you looked at the team, Rutgers came in there with a 1,200-yard rusher, and our top two interior linemen were quitters. The two backups were injured, so we went in that game with our third string interior lineman against a very good
Quitters.
running back.
Quitters. Yep.
Hey, even my team isn't immune from having quitters.
Yep. All right. So I guess we'll talk about what y'all have done in recruiting. I guess we'll look at all of Mario's classes. There was Mario's first class in 22, and y'all the 16th class.
Yeah, that's the
And
one he's
then,
having to salvage as he comes in. So I don't think that's too bad considering Manny had it. If I remember right, Manny had it somewhere in the high 30s, low 40s.
all right, yep, and then y'all are getting better. Yep, 23. You'll have the 7th ranked class.
Yeah,
And
no
then what
complaints.
y'all get this year, y'all got uh
Fourth.
the number 4 class. Yeah, so 13 to 7 to 4. Yeah.
And currently sitting in the top 10, depending how this season goes, can climb as high as
Yeah,
maybe two or three again.
we'll look at 25 to see where y'all are right now. Right now, y'all have the 9th class.
hmm Big recruiting weekend this weekend. They got a lot of guys on campus. Uh, So expect to hear some news after this weekend, and then of course, as we all know, when games start getting played, people start committing and decommitting left and right.
Right. Yep. All right. So now let's take a look at now. What are some of your freshmen that you're excited about?
If I had to point to a couple in particular, and this is just stuff I've heard coming out of spring and summer, um, Josiah Trader, the wide receiver, he was on the he
Yes.
was a
Yeah.
teammate with Jeremiah Smith.
Yeah. I see him right
Uh,
there. The 4-star wide receiver. Yeah.
yeah, and another one I heard about a lot of good things about out of the spring was Nye Carr, another
There's
four-star wide
Knight.
receiver
Yep.
out of South Georgia.
Yep. Yep. Let's see. Y'all
Out of
got two top 100 wide receivers. That's something that Georgia can't do. So
and one of them's right out of Georgia's backyard. Nye Carr
yep.
come out of my old stomping grounds, Colquitt County High School.
Yep.
And then a lot of people are saying because he wasn't an early enrollee, so obviously he wasn't in spring. Uh, but a lot of talk has been around Jordan Lyle since he got on campus in the summer.
Yeah. Jordan Lyle. Yep. He's a running back, 6 foot, 180. Yep. And let's see. Looks like y'all got a 5-star right here. Y'all got Justin Scott. Uh, maybe 6'4", 310. Uh, defensive tackle. So
I think he'll definitely make his way into the rotation before the season's out.
yep.
Armando Blunt might as well.
Yeah, Armando Blunt. He's a defensive end. He's got 6'4", 250. So
They
all
expect
right.
him to get bigger and get to the interior of the line, though.
Oh, okay. He's got to put on about 50 pounds, but
Round about that, yeah.
yeah.
But I think how he still may see his way onto the field this year is even last year, Ruben Bain has the versatility and they do move him to the interior of the line. So I could see Armando Blunt getting on the field then, as well as Tyler Barron, the transfer from Tennessee.
Yep. All right. So anyway, so I guess we can take a look at your how y'all did in the transfer protocol.
Who did Georgia get in the transfer protocol, Vic Dude?
Yeah. Nuts and honey. Let's see. We got Colby Young. Yep.
You did get Colby Young.
That's right. We got Colby Young. Yep. Just took him from Miami. And of course we got Trevor Etienne. But yeah, this is a Miami video, not a Georgia video. So
Well, I mean, obviously, as far as the transfer portal goes, people are automatically going to point to Cam Ward and Damian Martinez. Um,
yeah,
but
you got Damian Martinez, yeah, the running back from Oregon State.
and I think that's a bigger deal because I get a lot of people are focusing on Cam Ward, but I think that's a bigger deal than what some people are giving it credit for. Because I've heard some talk around it, but bring in a guy like Damian Martinez and what he's done doesn't put everything squarely on the shoulders of Cam Ward. He doesn't have to play hero ball.
Yep, that's right. Yeah, he was over like 1,100 yards rushing last year for
And the
Oregon
year
State,
before.
and the year before it says back-to-back 1,000 yards.
Yeah.
And then of course y'all got Cam Ward. Yeah, we already know about Cam Ward. So
Yeah. If he puts even if he even if he matches what he did at Washington last year, that would put Cam Ward a top five quarterback all time at Miami.
Yep. So now we'll yeah, take a look at his numbers. He was 323 of 485, 66.6 percent, uh, and then 3,735 yards, 7.7 per attempt, 25 touchdowns to 7 interceptions, and a rating of 145.4.
I mean, those numbers can't speak for the kind of speak for themselves. Pretty good.
Yes, they do. So now we'll compare those to Tyler Van Dyke's numbers. Yep. And of course, he transferred to Wisconsin. So last year he was 219 of 333, 65.8%, 2,700 yards, 8 yards per attempt, 19 touchdowns, 12 interceptions, a rating of 145 0.6. So yes, the completion percentage and the passer rating are about the same for both quarterbacks. So I think the biggest difference is the touchdowns to interceptions.
Yeah. Now Cam Ward did have fumbles last year. Um, I can't remember exactly how many it was off the top of my head. Some of those are definitely on him. He had a habit of carrying the ball like a loaf of bread. And some of
Mm-hmm.
those are most
Mm-hmm.
definitely on Oregon State's O line,
Mm-hmm.
which
Yep.
obviously he'll be behind a much better offensive line this year.
Yep. Yep. Yeah, he got sacked like 38 times
Yeah. We
last year.
only we only gave our O line only gave up 14 sacks last year, I believe.
Yep. Yes, Tyler Van Dyke only got sacked 10 times. So let's see anyone else. Uh, and then other than that, you got Sam Brown, from Houston, wide receiver.
Yeah, he's probably going to be one of our other starting wide receivers. I think it's going to be Restrepo, obviously in the slot, Jacoby George on one side, and Sam Brown on the other.
Yeah, let's see. Got to go find Houston so I can see. So I can see his stats. Let's see.
I know he had 800, 850 yards receiving last year.
Okay, there's Houston. All right. There we go. He had 62 catches, 815 yards, 13 per catch, 3 touchdowns. Longest was 53 yards. All right.
Yeah, I'll add a 800-yard receiver to my roster any day and be happy about it.
Yep, definitely. Uh,
I think
guess let's.
defensively, a couple of the big transfers we brought in, obviously Powell from Washington, a corner, um,
Yep,
senior, a lot of
see.
experience.
Yep,
Um,
Michelle Powell. Yep.
yeah, I'm guessing that's how you say his name. I've heard it pronounced a couple of different ways. The other one's a D lineman from Michigan State. God, his name escapes me now. Um,
Michigan State. I don't see anyone. I don't see anyone from Michigan State. Oh wait, there he is. I see him now. Yeah, it's
Simeon
Simeon
Barrow.
Simeon Barrow. Yeah,
Yeah.
six
So
three.
Simeon Barrow's a walking highlight reel. Maybe he's one of the few upsides. Um, and from what I've seen, him and Ruben Bain are going to line up on the same side of the D
Yeah,
line. So good luck to people that
yeah,
have to contain those two.
y- yeah. Y'all got Marley Cook from Middle Tennessee. Another
Yes, we
defensive
did.
line. Uh,
Picked up one from NC State too, C.J. Clark, one of the better defensive linemen that NC State
yep,
had.
see him right there. Yep, he's yep another 300 pounder. Uh, see, y'all got Tyler Barron from Louisville. Yeah, one of your ends. So
I'm wondering how much he's going to play because End is a place that we were definitely stacked at. We're not lacking at the defensive end position.
yes. Anyway, so talked about Damian Martinez, transfer portal. Because y'all do lose Henry Parrish transferred to Ole Miss.
Yeah,
But
transferred from Old Miss and then back to Old Miss.
wow. Yeah, that's crazy. But you do bring back Mark Fletcher. So,
Yeah, and I think Mark Fletcher and Damian Martinez are going to be a nasty combination out of that backfield.
yep.
Um,
You also bring back AJ Allen. He had 5 yards of carry last year. So,
yeah, and there's another one, Chris Johnson Jr. Uh, he was really our he's the running back in that room that's really got that sixth gear to when he hits open field, he can just drop a gear and take off on you.
yeah, even though he only had 11 carries last year.
It was definitely running back by committee, and of course, Henry Parrish was ahead of him. Don Chaney Jr. was ahead of him. Mark
Yeah,
Fletcher was ahead of him.
he, yeah, Don Chaney transferred to Louisville. So,
He did.
all right, yeah. So your running back room was really good. I did get 5.1 uh, yards per rush total. So,
I'll happily take anything over 4 yards a carry, and you're in business.
yep, and also only 16 sacks allowed. So the offensive line looking like it's going to be really good. So,
Oh, I completely agree. I think it's going to be a top 5 to 10 offensive line in the country, somewhere
yep,
in that range.
yep, and y'all got Xavier Restrepo back. Yeah, that's huge. Yeah,
Yeah, he's our version of Vlad McConkey.
yep, yep. He was over 1,000 yards. Bring back Jacoby George. Yep, and y'all get the guy from the portal.
Brown from Houston.
Yeah, Brown. Yeah, yeah,
Now I say
yeah.
I think
Sam
Brown will be.
Brown.
Yeah, I say I think Brown will be starting, but Brown was there for the spring, and he wasn't. It escapes me now who it was, but him and Cam Ward definitely seem to have built a rapport with each other. Um, I can't think of his name now off the top of my head. Um, but I think another big thing is our tight end room is finally healthy, and
Yeah,
Elijah
Riley
Arroyo.
Williams. Yeah,
Elijah Arroyo is the tight end you're going to have to look out for this year. Regardless of position, he's one of the
he,
best athletes
he
on
had
that
one.
field.
Yeah, he had one catch last year.
Yeah, that's why I preface that by saying now that he's healthy. He was injured Our tight end room was really banged up last year.
Yeah. There's Cam McCormick. Yeah.
Yeah, he ended up taking most of the snaps, and I think is part of the reason they gave up as few sacks as they did, because he's mainly a blocking tight end. Very good
Oh,
at that. Not great at catching, but probably the best blocking tight end on the team.
yep. All right, let's look at your scoring offense. Yeah. You're 38th in scoring offense, 31.5 points per game. Let's look at total offense. Yep, total offense. Still looking.
I know you passed by us on the last screen. I saw it.
Okay. All right, I'll go back.
There they
There you
are.
are. Number 31 in total offense with 431 yards per game.
Which is the stat I alluded to earlier when we first started. It's about 50 spots better than last year, or the year previous, excuse me. So about 50 spots better than 22, because I
Hmm.
think they were up in the 80s in 22.
Wow. Yeah, maybe y'all can be a few spots better this year. Yeah.
That's what I'm looking for.
Here we go. Here's rushing. Let's see. There you are.
44.
Number 44, 173.2 per game, 5.1 per carry. And now passing. 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 There you
42.
are. And 42 in passing. Yeah, with 258 per game, 7.7 per attempt. So yeah, that's pretty good.
Very balanced,
Yep.
which is something I like. I don't like, we talk about it all the time, teams being one dimensional. I like a very balanced offense.
Yep, we're definitely very balanced. Yep. All right. So we can talk about special teams next. Y'all do bring back Andres Borregales. Yeah, it
Great
was
kicker
22.
will be a finalist for the Lou Groza Award, most
Yep.
definitely.
It was 22 out of 26 last year. So,
I think his career long is 58, something like that.
wow.
I remember that kick. It would have been good from 65. Had that much leg to it.
Yep. And then your punter, Dylan Joyce, comes back. Yeah. He's one of
Yeah,
those
he was splitting.
Australian punters.
Yeah, he was splitting punts with that other big tattooed Australian that we had last year. So luckily he was able to get in and get some punts, and be ready to be the main guy this year.
Yep. Yep. You did have about 43.8 yards per punt. So it's a pretty good average. Then you also have Fred Potter is from London. I wonder if he's related to Harry Potter.
I don't know. I'll have to do some research on that and get back to you, Vic.
Yeah, yeah, because he is from London. So yeah,
Is it just me, or are we seeing a trend just all across college football of foreign punters coming in, whether it's Australia, England, New Zealand?
yeah. Anyway, now we can talk about uh, the defense. Let's see. So I guess we'll do linebackers first. You bring back Francisco Maigoa.
Yeah, the older brother of that five-star offensive lineman that started for us last year,
Yeah, yeah. He's
transferred from
from
Washington State.
America. Yeah, he's from American Samoa. So, and but then Corey Flagg transferred to Mizzou.
Yeah, yeah. You brought up Cade Klubnik going rogue. Corey Flagg was the linebacker that tracked him down and got that tackle.
Oh yeah. Wesley Bisanthith. Uh,
Besaint.
Bassane. Okay. Okay. Good.
Yeah, him and Malago are solidified as at least two of the starting linebackers. Sometimes they run a three linebacker set. Sometimes they run a two linebacker set.
Yep. We had M- M- Mygo had 7.5 sacks. That's good. 82 total tackles. Got KJ Claude. No, he's gone. But I know it just says NFL. So yeah, it doesn't even. Yeah, I don't even. It does. I don't even know what team he's on.
I couldn't tell you off the top of my head.
It just says NFL. I'm like, okay. All right. So what are y'all gonna do for for a linebacker 3? So y'all got Mango and Basant.
Yeah, Malago and Besaint will definitely be the two when they're running two linebacker sets. I think it's going to vary um, when they're running three linebacker sets because they have a couple of guys that like Georgia, run that star hybrid of an outside linebacker
Yep.
slash safety. Um, but they also have others that they do a hybrid, outside backer
Yeah.
DM.
Yep. Yeah. Y'all did get Jalen Alderman from Louisville. So
And Alderman, I think, physically fits the type that they would want for that star position.
yep.
So I mean, the third one I think is going to vary depending on situation.
Yep.
Um, Safety is the question I have because obviously
Let's see. Yep.
they lost
James
Cam
Williams
James
and
Williams, Cam Kitchens.
Cam Kitchens. Yep.
Um,
Yep.
who's going to start? I'm no insider. I don't know. There's
Let's
talent
see.
there, but it's inexperienced talent.
Let's see who got from the portal. Of course, we already mentioned Michelle Powell.
Well, he'll be one of the two starting corners along with Daryl Porter Jr.
Yep, y'all did bring in some corners. Y'all got Dione Hill from Marshall. see, y'all got that's the only cornerback, and then y'all did get Isaiah Taylor from Arizona and Savion Riley from Vandy.
Now Hill, I'm a fan of because, especially coming into this system, because he was there at Marshall uh, with our defensive coordinator before he came to Miami, so he's already familiar with his system.
Wow. Anyways, now corners. See, nope. To Corey Couch is gone.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's in Buffalo. Uh, and Jaden Davis went to the Cardinals.
Hmm.
Yeah, it seems like your secondary is probably the biggest question mark. But y'all do return Daryl Porter Jr.
Yeah, and some lists have him as a top 10 corner in the country.
Yeah. So he'll be ready to step up. So
Yes, absolutely. At corner, I'm less worried about than safety. Safeties is kind of the unknown to me. But like I said, it's not for lack of talent; it's for lack of experience.
yep, yep, and that's what the transfer portal is there for. So
Yeah, and I think some of those transfer corners that were brought in very well may make a move over to safety for this year.
yep, there you go. And then y'all do bring back. Let's look at the defensive line. Y'all do bring back Ruben Bain. Let's see. Y'all got no Jared Harrison Hunt transferred to SMU.
Now, Ruben
Uh,
Bain will be on one end, and oh god, he's a West Virginia transfer. No, Leonard
right,
Taylor left, went to the
right.
NFL.
Yeah, he did.
Um,
He did. He did.
well, he didn't transfer this past season. He was there last year. He just got hurt. Um, I'm having a brain fart on what his name is now.
What was it? Leonard Taylor.
No,
No,
he's
he's
gone.
gone. He's gone. Someone who's coming back. Let's see. About no Jafari Harvey. No, he also transferred to SMU. Now, why'd y'all have all these defensive players transferring?
I don't know. That's a good question.
Yeah, about nope. Branson
Nope.
Dean. Nope, he's gone too. Wow, he's gone to the NFL. Yeah, well, y'all looks like y'all don't bring anyone back on the defensive line.
Uh, well, we bring some guys back. Obviously,
Y'all
Chance
got
Williams.
Chance
Dean was
Williams,
another one.
right? But all of your starters are gone. But
Yeah, but a lot of these guys, much like Georgia, and really everybody nowadays, rotate out so many guys that all these guys saw a lot of snaps.
you got Nigel Kelly, uh, Thomas Gore. So, so yeah, you do have some young talent waiting. Then you also got a
Absolutely.
lot through the portal. You got Marley Cook from MTSU. Got CJ Clark from NC State. And you got
Simeon
Simeon
Barrow.
Barrow from Michigan State. So you got Tyler Barron from Louisville. So
Yeah,
all right,
lack of starting talent, sure, but not lack of experience talent.
right, all right, right. Scoring defense.
Yep, I just saw him. You scrolled right by him.
Oops. Going back. Going back. Yeah, there's Miami of Ohio, but yeah, yeah, that's Miami of Ohio.
I know. Keep going.
There you are. Y'all are
There we
tied with
go.
Iowa State. Yeah, y'all tied with Iowa State with 22.7. Yep.
Which is not terrible. I mean, only giving up 22.5 points a game, the way offenses are
Not
these
terrible.
days, is pretty good,
Yep.
but obviously needs to improve.
Yep. There's total. That's sad that Miami of
24.
Ohio. That's sad that Miami of Ohio got a better scoring defense, but y'all have them beat in total defense. So
Well, we also beat them on the field last year, too. So,
oh that too. So yeah, y'all did get 321.6 yards allowed.
top 25 total defense. Not a lot to complain about there.
Nope, nope.
Obviously, want to see it
But
a
it
little better.
yeah, it could still be better. Yes.
Oh, yeah.
See, here's run defense.
Number 11.
Okay. Yep. Our number 11 with 105.6. That's only 30 yards per game behind Penn State. Yeah, so y'all had a good run defense.
Yes, sir.
Against the run was really good. Yes, it was. Against the pass was the weakness of the defense. So.
Which is surprising considered we had an All American safety back there. But funny enough, that's what I was actually more mad about in that Georgia Tech game that you brought up was okay, get beyond a boneheaded play call. That was an All American safety that gave up that touchdown to Georgia Tech.
Mhm.
55.
Yep.
We're
All
right
right.
behind
Yeah, y'all
Oregon in
were.
both of them. That's funny.
Yeah, I got 216 yards per game, 7 per attempt. So, all right. So anyway, I guess we can. Are you ready to go ahead and predict uh some games? So
Let's do it.
let's go. All right. It'll start out at Florida. Yeah.
Um, I think that game's going to be probably closer than it has any business being.
I think this will be a good game. Yeah.
Yeah, but I do think Miami's going to come out on top. Whatever the spread is, I think they'll cover it. I can see Miami winning by 7 to 10 points.
Yeah. I think I think y'all will win too. Yeah, I'll go ahead and give y'all a win there too. Though it won't be easy, but
No, it
and then
won't be
after
easy at
that,
all.
and then after that, you do play Florida A&M, and y'all should just completely demolish them. So
Yeah, the next two games I think will be that way.
and
Both Florida
yeah,
A&M and M
same
and Ball
thing.
State.
Same thing with Ball State, and then you're playing at USF, right? But this game could be played on Mars, and it really shouldn't matter. So
I tend to agree with you. Yes, sir.
yeah. All right, so starting about 4-0. Anyway, and then you do get Virginia Tech at home. This is a Friday night game, and my rule. Whenever I see one of these Friday night ACC games, I always go with the home team. So do got y'all winning Virginia Virginia Tech. Although I do think they will be an improved team from what they were last year. But
I agree with you. I think Virginia Tech's going to be improved. Um, and I agree with you that the only reason I have Miami winning this game is because it's at home.
yeah, yeah. If it was on the road, yeah, I think I would be picking Virginia Tech. But
I think, well, especially because Miami will probably, I think they're going to start the season top 25. And if they go 4-0, like we said, and it's a rule of mine that, game Thursday, Friday night games, ranked team on the road, I don't like them.
no,
So, yeah, I'll give it to Miami, but only because it's at home.
and then you do have to play at Cal. This is a long road trip right here, and yeah, I think that y'all got. I think they're gonna beat someone they're not supposed to beat with the long travel. So I do have this one as a loss, unfortunately. But
I don't. Um, I don't disagree with your point about somebody getting caught because of long travel. I don't know if it'll be Cal. Cal is an absolutely terrible football team.
they're not as they're not as bad as Stanford, but
No, not as bad as Stanford, but they're still an absolutely abysmal team. No, I've actually got Miami winning that game fairly handily.
right. But y'all do play at Louisville, and I do think that this one will also be a loss. So you got back to back losses here.
I completely agree, and
Yep.
I think that's a trap game.
It's
You
a
know,
trap.
on the road a week before Florida State, and the second straight road trip after going all the way to Cal. Yeah, I could definitely see Miami losing that one, and I've got them losing it.
Oh, all right, now we got Florida State. Yeah, and I'm about to make you happy with this one because I do have y'all beating Florida State, and so I do think that they're going to be taking a big step back. They're just losing so much. Jordan Travis. Jared Verse, Keon Coleman. So
Yeah, and as you know, I have a rule with this game. I agree
mhm,
with you. Florida State's losing a lot. I agree
mhm,
that Miami picked up a lot. Is going to be a much improved team.
mhm.
I don't care. This game's a pick 'em.
Okay, so who you gonna pick though?
Um, because it's in Miami, I'm gonna give it to Miami. But this game scares me every year, no matter what.
Yep. And okay, and then next y'all do have Duke. This is Manny Diaz coming home. So
Yeah, we're actually renaming this game to the Cuban Bowl.
oh yeah.
Yeah, we're gonna call it the Cuban Bowl, and we're gonna bite off from Tennessee, Bama. Whoever wins the game gets Cuban coffee and Cuban cigars. And I've got Mario getting his favorite beverage is Cuban coffee. I
Mm,
think they lost a lot of their defense. Now
yeah.
I like the quarterback Manny brought in, Malik
Yeah,
Murphy, the
yeah.
transfer from Texas.
Yep. Yeah,
Um,
he's really good. Yeah.
yeah, but I
Really
just
good.
it's so up and down. You can never really predict what a first year head coach is going to do, and most of the time, year one's a throwaway season. So that's what I'm assuming this is going to be for Duke. So I've got Miami beating them fairly handily.
Yeah, I can't really argue with that. And then next you are at Georgia Tech, and you and 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 you've got this game circled because y'all did lose to them last year, but I don't think y'all are gonna blow it this time. I think that Mario takes a knee this time and gets the dub. So
Yeah, I tend to agree. And I think you're right. I think the team and Mario have this game circled because of last year. And I think they're going to be absolutely looking to put a pounding on Georgia Tech because of it. Um, I don't think this game's going to be particularly close at all.
Yep. All right, and then to that you get your second bye week, and then to that you do play Wake Forest. Yep, and then you've only picked one loss so far. So
I have. And I'm not picking a loss to Wake Forest.
no. And then what about at Syracuse?
This game could be interesting. I'm not going to lie. Syracuse, um, what's a fair comparison?
Hmm.
As easy as some people have said Missouri's schedule is, Syracuse's is on par, if not a little easier.
Yep.
And then now, granted, they have a new coach. Obviously, Dino Babers got fired, but they brought in Kyle McCord and a lot of other transfers. And I do
That's
think
right.
Kyle
Yeah.
McCord's a good quarterback.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah. They
Uh,
did hire Georgia's uh defensive backs coach named Fran Brown, I think. So yeah.
yeah. Um, and something tells me just because I've seen Miami do it, they'll get to the end of the year, they'll have a big head, maybe
Mhm.
looking ahead to the ACC championship game,
Mhm.
and I could see a slip up to Syracuse.
Mhm. Okay. All right. Well, I'm gonna have y'all beating Syracuse. As I already picked y'all's a whoopsie game as at Cal. So
Right.
all right. So we both got Miami 10-2. Got I've got y'all losing to Cal and Louisville, and then you have them losing to Louisville and Syracuse. So
Yeah, not bad. And I think even with those two losses, they'll make the ACC title game and very probably a playoff spot after I think they win the ACC title game.
yeah, yeah, yeah. You gotta win it first. Yeah.
Got to win it first, but
And then
I'm calling my
yeah, and then
shot. I think
Clemson
Miami's going
might
to win it.
be yeah, and then Clemson will probably be might be, waiting for y'all, so
They might be. Would I be surprised if it's Florida State or Virginia Tech? No, I wouldn't be surprised if it's either one, or maybe even NC State, depending on how. Like if NC State can beat Tennessee, I think they can make it to the ACC title game.
yep. Well, why does that even matter? That's a non-conference game.
Well, yes, but it's a good early season measuring stick of where NC State is.
Yep. So anyway, yeah, I'm kind of, uh yeah, I don't know if I'm going out on a limb to pick y'all to win 10 games, but
I don't think so. I think anything under a double digit win season this year is a failure on Mario's
it's a
part.
failure. Oof. Oof. Yeah.
I think that's fair, to be honest.
Yeah, to be honest, yes. All right. Well, okay. So you want to tell the people where they want to follow you. I know that you do have a YouTube channel, but you don't really hardly ever put anything on there. So
No, I don't. I don't always, but I occasionally throw up the pointless video
yeah,
and retweet a lot of funny memes and football stuff on Twitter. You can find me at the same name on Twitter.
yeah. All right. Well, so you go, guys. So y'all make sure that they all give us your record prediction for Miami. Yeah, and thanks for doing the Miami video with me, Slim.
Hey, I appreciate you calling me, Vic. It's always fun to do a video with you.
Yep. But anyway, so until then, thanks for watching, and I'll see y'all again next time.